Hi everyone, this is the Demonic Tutor, and I know you might be used to seeing my Magic Arena content, seeing my premiere drafts. Well, this time I'm going to show you something a little bit different. I'm going to share with you a new love of mine, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. I have just completed the Unharmed challenge in episode 8 on chill difficulty. That's the easiest difficulty, using Raphael with a 3 ninja bar. And so how we're going to do this video is I'm first going to show you the raw gameplay footage from beginning to end, after which I will come back and we're going to replay the footage, but this time with my commentary, and I'll share you my thoughts and strategies, and hopefully it'll help you achieve this really challenging achievement. So let's go ahead and go to the raw gameplay footage, and I will see you back here in a few minutes.
Panic in the sky!
Well, that's one way to avoid New York traffic. Easy peasy.
Welcome back, everyone. So now that you have seen the raw playthrough footage, now we're going to run through the footage again with my commentary. So the real key to clearing this achievement is managing your super attacks and your ninja bar.
Well, that's one way to avoid.
So the first thing I'm going to do here is taunt. in order to get my ninja bar up to 1, so I immediately have a super ready. Now, there are going to be 3 flying foot soldiers, and flying foot soldiers are really difficult to take out because of their evasiveness. The flying makes it really difficult to take them out. Now, I could super attack here, but I want to build up my ninja bar. By the way, this is Raphael with 3 ninja bar levels. I don't want to use my super right away, and so I decided to use the more difficult strat of just taking out the foot soldiers with flying attacks. Now, this is riskier, but because it's early on in the level, if I fail here, it's really easy to restart. So I'd rather take the riskier route, but I'm not risking very much in order to build up my ninja bar. So here's my taunt. My ninja bar goes up to 1, and I'm just going to use some upper attacks to take out these flying foot soldiers. I'm also staying on the top half of the board because if you notice here, there is an obstacle that's flying on the bottom half. Now, while that obstacle is flying on the bottom half, I taunt again to build up my ninja bar to get to level 2. Now, what you're going to see are 4 foot soldiers come in waves of 2, one from the top right and one from the bottom left. The foot soldier that really concerns me is the second foot soldier on the bottom left. I'm going to stay on the bottom half of the board because after this obstacle on the bottom half passes, there will be another obstacle coming on the top half. So I'm going to move to the bottom left of the board, and as soon as the second foot soldier comes in and gets ready to attack with its kick, I'm going to ult and wipe out all 4 foot soldiers. Okay, so I'm going to move down. And then you see with that second foot soldier, I ult and I take out all 4 foot soldiers here, and now you see the obstacle on the top half pass. Now what you're going to see next is you're going to see 2 pink foot soldiers come in. Now notice here, after I used up my ult, I immediately taunt to build up my ninja bar once again. We're going to see 2 pink foot soldiers, one from the left and one from the right. I'm going to go ahead and just use regular attacks to take these 2 pink foot soldiers out. So there's my 1 attack here. I'm just going to wipe out these pink foot soldiers here. Okay. Now you see that 2 more pink foot soldiers come in. Now what's going to be important is as soon as I engage these foot soldiers on the bottom half in the middle of the screen, they're going to be 2 flying foot soldiers coming in from the left and the right. So because I need to engage all of them, as soon as those flying foot soldiers come in, I'm going to spend an ult. I keep saying call an ult. I'm going to spend a super attack to take out all 4 enemies. So here comes the pink foot soldier. I gain the middle, and now I super attack, and I take out all 4 enemies. Okay. Now you see I'm going to stay on the bottom of the board. You see that there is a top obstacle coming up. There will be 1 foot soldier on the top left coming in right now, and another foot soldier on the bottom right. I am now going to engage both foot soldiers on the top. The reason being on the top is that there will actually be 2 obstacles following each other on the bottom. And so the danger here, and the thing that I almost forget, let me go ahead and play here. Okay. So I engage the first soldier here, and then notice how the bottom foot soldier got hit by the first obstacle. Now, the mistake that I used to make here is I would used to follow that foot soldier to the bottom and engage the foot soldier there. The problem is there's going to be a second bottom obstacle coming up. So instead of moving to the bottom, I'm going to just hover on the top, wait for that bottom foot soldier to come to the top half, and then I will take out the foot soldier on the top half. So see, I'm about to go down, but I stay up, I'm attack, and I now let this obstacle pass. Now, as soon as this obstacle passes, you're going to see 2 foot soldiers come on the bottom. I am immediately going to engage those foot soldiers on the bottom half, and I'm going to hit them with my super. So I hit my super, bam. Now what will follow next are 3 foot soldiers coming from the bottom right. I'm in perfect position to engage them. And so you can engage these however you want to. Regular attacks or supers, it doesn't matter. Since these are going to be the last attackers before kind of like this first stage of the level is done. There are 3 stages in this level. You can taunt your way to get 3 ninja bars at this point. Right, so here come 3 foot soldiers. I decide to ult or super here, and now I'm going to taunt 3 times to get my ninja bar up to level 3. Okay, now this second stage is actually pretty simple. There are really only two major waves of enemies. There are going to be 6 pink foot soldiers at the beginning of the level, and there are going to be 4 flying foot soldiers at the end of the stage. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to start on the far left. I'm going to engage the pink foot soldiers, and I'm going to use 2 ultimates to take out these 6 pink foot soldiers. Okay. I notice I go to the far left to make sure I avoid these spears being thrown. And now I'm just going to go ahead and engage, start with some regular attacks. And as soon as these 2 flying foot soldiers show up, I'm going to use my super. So there's 1 super. And now you're going to see 2 pink foot soldiers come up on the right side. I'm going to go to the right and I'm going to use another super. So there are the 2 pink there. I'm going to hit another super. And I'm now going to move toward the bottom of the board. In this particular situation now, you're going to see missiles come from the right side. Fortunately, as long as you stay on the very bottom of the screen, the missiles will not touch you at all. So notice here, I'm just going to stay on the bottom. I'm going to taunt my way to Ninja Bar 3, and all the missiles are just going to pass me by. So this is just a good time for a break. Now there's going to be a sequence where you're going to see 2 missiles go from the bottom to the top, right here. Bottom to top, and now you're going to see flying foot soldiers come in. 2 from the left and 2 from the right. As soon as this flying foot soldier on the top right fires, I'm going to hit a super. I'm going to take out the top 2 flyers. Once I take out the top 2 flyers, I'm going to super again, and I'm going to take out the bottom 2 flyers. Okay? And here, notice I ult as soon as, again, the second foot soldier fires. I take out these 2. And then, once these are taken out, I'm going to ult again, or super again, and take out the bottom 2 foot soldiers. I now taunt my way to get to Ninja Bar 3, and we're finished with stage 2. Okay. Now in stage 3 of this level, we're now going to face some blimps. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to position myself on the right side of the board. I'm going to engage these 2 purple foot soldiers. Now what's important is I'm going to wait until the second foot soldier drops before I start attacking to ensure that I kill both foot soldiers. Don't worry, this foot soldier will not attack as long as the second foot soldier is still coming down. So I notice I wait till the second foot soldier come down, I attack both of them. Now, once these are killed, I'm going to start moving toward the bottom because you'll see 3 missiles come in from the top right. See, and there's the warring of 3 missiles. We're now going to see 2 pink foot soldiers come from the right. As soon as they pop up, I'm going to use a super and take them out. So there's my super. I'm going to take these 2 out. And as soon as I take these 2 out, I'm going to taunt right here to bring my ninja bar back up to 3. And now there will be a second set of blimp foot soldiers. There are going to be 3 foot soldiers coming down here. I'm going to take the first 2 out, and then I'm going to move toward the bottom. Because on the bottom left-hand side, there's going to be a flying foot soldier coming in. Alright, so here comes the second foot soldier. I start to engage. And now I'm going to move toward the bottom here, and there will be a flying foot soldier on the bottom left. I'm going to super here, take that one out. Okay, but I do taunt here to get my ninja bar back up to 3. Now at this point, you're going to see a blimp coming from the left side. And I believe there are 3 or 4 foot soldiers coming from the left side. I forget what happens. But once I engage again 2 of the foot soldiers, you're also going to see, I think, 2 or 3 foot soldiers come from the right side, as well as missiles. Now, it's important here that I'm going to stay in the middle of the board. You can't necessarily avoid these missiles coming from the bottom because the missiles will actually follow you toward the bottom. So I'm going to stay in the middle. And as soon as the middle missile, the first missile comes out, I'm going to super, and that should take out all the missiles, take out all the enemies, and the missiles will just pass by on the top and the bottom for you. So I'm going to split the middle, essentially. So I taunt to Ninja Bar level 3, I engage these foot soldiers on the left side, 1, 2, 3, okay? As soon as I see the warning right here, I'm going to super, I'm going to take out these 3 foot soldiers, I super again, and I stay in the middle. Since these are the last foot soldiers, again, I'm going to taunt my way back up to Ninja Bar 3. Okay, and that's stage 3. And now we're going to face the boss. And the boss is really, really tricky. It's really difficult to avoid the boss attacks here. So what I do here is I try to bait the boss into an attack. Get ready for some wicked warfare. Okay. So there, the boss attacks, and now the boss can do one of two attacks. Either the boss is going to go ahead and move away from the screen, and it's going to do 3 attacks from random spots from the screen. It could be right to left, left to right, down to up or down, going diagonal. I have not been able to avoid an attack because it's very hard to catch what direction the boss is coming from. So I still don't know the strat to avoid those attacks. Now, the other attack that could happen is that he throws a bunch of missiles backwards, and the bombs essentially are going to be coming in waves from the right side. That's the one that you want. Now, in that situation, I'm going to try to get in as many attacks as I can before the first wave of bombs come in. Now, it's actually trickier to get as many attacks in as possible because the boss is going to be moving up and down. So you have to really make sure that you're moving along with the boss, preferably staying in the middle of the board because the boss is going to be bouncing up and down. So if the boss is on the bottom, then you kind of want to be on the high side of the boss. If the boss is on the top half, you're going to want to stay on the bottom side of the boss and get in about, I think, like 3 or 4 attacks. Okay, so now I'm going to get my attacks. 1. Yeah, so I get 1 wave of attacks, and now I'm just going to go ahead and spam my 3 supers, and the 3 supers should be enough to take out the boss. 1. Now keep in mind, you do also have to use the supers to follow, so you notice how the boss kind of got away there, and I had to use 1 more attack to kill the boss, and there we go.
Easy peasy.
Unharmed achievement fulfilled. Alright. This took me, gosh, I don't know how many tries, maybe like 50 or 60 tries to do it. So it's not an easy achievement, but again, with just a little bit of memorization, you can absolutely achieve this really hard challenge. So thank you again for watching this strategy guide. Hopefully you'll watch future videos, hopefully you'll subscribe, and maybe you'll see more TMNT or my magic content. Take care.